is my very first What Am I Sewing This Month video. It is May. Today is the 1st of May, actually, which is exciting and crazy. That's month 5. How did that happen? This year's gone crazy fast. That's exciting. So I'm gonna do a What I'm Sewing every month for you. I can't promise that it will always be new things because one does not finish a quilt every month. Yeah, even a little bit. I'm fast. I got that from my mother who moves at the speed of light. But yeah, no, quilt a month, too much. I have to eat and sleep. Although I really wish I could not sleep, you know, because that's a lot of hours that I could be sewing or reading. You know, I'd really like to read, but I don't have time for reading. Don't suggest audiobooks because I tried. I don't love them, except for Stephen Fry reading Harry Potter, which I think is the best thing since sliced bread or food or pasta or anything. It's Stephen Fry reading Harry Potter. It was my life. So that audiobook is fine. I've digressed. I do that a lot. I hope you don't mind. So what I'm sewing this month. I am working on a new design. I'm working on 4 or 5 new designs. But this one I am going to show you because it's actually one that I feel like I can release as soon as I'm finished it. Whereas I've got some other ones that I feel like are more longer term things that I'm just going to meander through. So this one I started the other day. I designed it actually on the computer, gosh, about a year ago. I think I was inspired by some tile I saw somewhere in London, and just kind of put it on the computer and went and put it away. But I didn't know what to do with it because there's no fabric in London in terms of quilting cotton. There was Tiki, which was such a beautiful shop, lots of 1930s prints, but she's closing, so that's really sad. But lots of dressmaking, like you can get fabric, but in terms of like really high quality fabrics, it's all online and it's kind of sparse, and they don't have necessarily that real variation that Aussie designers have. So fabric in London was really challenging. So I didn't do it. That was my point. I had a point of telling you all of that story. I wasn't doing these quilts because I didn't have the fabric that I felt was really going to make them, you know, bring them to life. So I'm back now and I have my own shop and access to lots of other shops, so I can start things, yay. So I wanted this to have a bit of a vintagey vibe. This is my Etoile quilt that you see behind me, which is the block of the month, which kind of took a bit of a vintagey turn as well after my Round the Bend, which was kind of bright and modern and a little bit in your face, but not too much so. Well, I think anyway. But there was a real contrast between the two, and I kind of brought them out really closely together. So this new one that I'm doing is kind of in the vein of a bit of a vintagey. I'm using some old feed sacks, some old paisleys, some vintagey style fabrics as well. So case in point, isn't it pretty? So it kind of looks like old shirting, but it's not, it's cotton. And this flower has been on my shelf for, well, since I took over actually, and no one's picked it up. It's been a really sad bolt, and there wasn't lots on it. I think that it only looked like about 2.5 meters. I haven't checked, but eventually I kind of started cutting out these squares. Here's a couple more, so you can get the idea of what I mean by, you know, vintagey style fabric. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. I love it. And then, I posted one on my Instagram feed the other day on Emma Mary, not on Queen of Fabric. If you're not following my Emma Mary Designs one, follow that. It's a bit haphazard. I don't really know. I don't have a brand for Emma Mary, basically. My advertising brain is telling me off because I'm doing it badly. And I post pictures of the beach and of phrases, and I don't really have a thing that Anyway, follow it. It's fun and it's me, you know. But I posted this one. It's a teacup. It's so cute. I love it. I love my teacup. I might make more teacups. Yes, so back to this fabric. It was there and I loved it, but I didn't know what to do with it. And then I started cutting out these squares and there will be more around to this block. This isn't the full block. And I wanted something that was going to contrast, but that was a bit vintagey and interesting. And I thought, yes, that, and no one's touched it, so it will be mine. So I took it off the shelf and now it's out the back and I'm sewing with it. And I don't know how much I'll need yet because I might repeat it in another bit later on in the quilt. But I won't know until I get there because that is, sometimes the designing process happens like all at once and you're going, there, that is the quilt, it's finished and here is all of the fabric. And other times you start and you have no idea where it's going until you get to the next bit and then you decide. And then you sometimes can continue or you decide that you made the wrong choice and you change it. It's lots of fun. Basically, but that is the creative process. It is not unique to patchwork, actually. I'm sure lots of you know I do musical theatre and have done since I was teeny tiny. But that is the same. Sometimes you'll get on or in a rehearsal and you'll try a thing and it'll go really well and then you can never do that thing again because you did it that once and you try and it fails. Or you do it and it works and then it ends up in the final show, or, you know, something happens. You know, you try something and it doesn't work, basically, and you go, that was not great, let's do something else. So, you know, and I'm sure it's that way with painting and you know, composing and all sorts. Those last two things I don't do. I struggle with stick figures. I'm not, even my stick figures need help, so not a drawer, but I have other skills. I'm gonna stop rambling now. Yeah. That is my what I'm sewing for the month of May. Stay tuned for June. June is next, isn't it? Oh my God, June. Let's not think about it too fast. All right, I will see you all next time. Bye.